Well, welcome back. We're still working on the Warlock. Let me show you where we're at. Last time we got the bed off and all that stuff. So here we are. I've got the cross beams off. I've got one back here, right there. I've still got to get off, but pretty much everything off the back of the truck. Now, this is what we're looking for right here. I sanded this area with a wire brush. I used a wire brush. I knocked all the surface rust off, and then I treated that with a chemical. Let me show you what I got. It says Rust-Oleum Rust Dissolver. I got that at Lowe's, and very impressed with that. I put that on there. I let it sit for about 30 minutes, and man, it did a outstanding job. And I wiped it off, and I painted it with Rust-Oleum paint. So I did, you can see, I don't know, about a foot and a half there. And that's how I think I'm going to tackle this thing. It's just my way. At the end of the day, I want to see progress. And it would take quite a while to wire brush the whole thing. And then, I know a lot of people do it. They have the patience to do that. Wire brush the whole thing and then come back and do all of it at once. I'm not that way. I'll take about a foot, maybe a foot and a half. I'll wire brush that down, I'll treat it, and I'll paint it. And at the end of the day, I can see some progress. It's just my way. It's going to take the same amount of time as if I did the whole thing all at once. But as you can see, it's turning out really pretty. It's going to look good. So we got a lot of wire brushing to do, treating and painting to get this frame back here the way we want it to look. I don't know how much, and I say this on every video, I don't know how far I'm going to get, because I don't know when I start the video how long it's going to run, how much I'm going to get done, where I'm going to end it. I just try to get some good footage and keep the videos short, 15-20 minutes at most. I don't want to lose your attention. I know I won't watch a 40-minute video. So some other things that I'm going to do is the old shocks right here. We'll get a new set of shocks put on. Probably we'll go ahead and get new U-joints for the drive shaft. We're going to take that shaft off, clean it up good. I got to get that old tank out of here. Still in the market for a tank. This piece has got to come off. But anyway, hopefully by the end of this video, I'll have from the back of the cab all the way to the back brushed down, treated, and painted. And then we'll just keep moving forward. So I'm going to get busy with a grinder. Well, not a grinder, wire brush. And I use the wire brush with my cordless, and it does okay, but it just doesn't have the speed and power that electric drill does. So I'm just using an old electric drill with the brush in it. I just get more speed out of it, and it seems to work better. So I'm going to get that out and get busy, and we'll see how far we get. So the sanding process even comes down to a small wire brush to get in some of the crevices. I didn't film all of it. I filmed a little piece of each little area. I've got a small area from about right here to here that is sanded down. I'm about to treat it with the chemical I've got. I'll show putting that on, and then I'll show you in a little while what it looks like after it does its thing. On this stick of metal, leave it on there for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to get busy and put that on. Look, this stuff it's like water. It's real thin, so a small package will last quite a while. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. We'll give it 30 minutes and see what we end up with. All right, we got the Rust-Oleum rust dissolver. And I'm going to pour a little bit in a separate container. It's not going to take much for this area we're doing. I've got maybe a 1/4 inch in this cup. And just take an old brush, old paint brush, and you just apply it with that. And like I say, it's thin like water. So a little bit goes a long way. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it really has the consistency of water. It's real thin. But it does the trick. I used it on this back area a couple of days ago, and it does the trick. So if you've got rust issues, I'm recommending this Rust-Oleum product. You might have to, look back at it and make sure you cover it all good. I'm not going to film this whole process. It's going to take me a few minutes to get this on here, but I'll come back in a few minutes and show you what this looks like. All right, I put the Rust-Oleum chemical. Let me see. I'll show you the thing. Rust dissolver. And again, I bought that from Lowe's. And this is 32 fluid ounces, which doesn't seem like much, but boy, it's so thin that's going to cover a lot. I might do the whole truck with that one 32 ounces. But anyway, I want to show you what it looks like. You see how it ended up. It just dissolves that rust. Now some of it's still wet. I'm gonna have to wipe it down, and that's what the instructions say is after 30 minutes and you wipe it down. But I mean, you can just see what the chemical does. Let me see if I put a light on it. Maybe it'll show a little better. So now that I've wire brushed the surface rust off, I put the chemical on to kill the rust. So now I can come over it with paint after I wipe it down. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab some paper towels. I'm going to wipe all this down good, and we'll be ready to put some paint on there. Make it look pretty again. I think I'm at a stopping point for this video. I've been working on this thing for a couple of weeks, and I know the video makes it look short, but everything on this thing is a fight. If you ever dealt with an old one like this, it's 45, 50 years old, you know, something simple, taking a few bolts out and taking something off, it's not that simple. I've had to cut most of them off. You know, they're so rusty and old, and, you know, I soak them with WD-40 and all this kind of, you know, I try everything I can to make it work, and I still end up with the grinder out with a cutting wheel and cutting a lot of stuff off. So simple tasks turn into half a day, you know, just trying to get something simple done. But anyway, enough of that. Let me turn around here and show you. Pretty well got the back of the truck done. We got the gas tank out. I've got new shocks on. I've got everything treated. You know, I didn't spend a whole lot of time. I didn't spend a whole lot of time showing me with a wire brush on my cordless and, you know, knocking all the rust off of this thing. It was hours and hours of that, and I still got a lot to go. I'm just doing the back of the truck right now. But we got everything wire brushed. We got everything treated. We got everything painted. So pretty much from the cab back is ready. I got some straps I need to take off there that held the tank on. Those bolts, they're going to be a fight, but I'll get them off of there. I've got a brake line back here I need to replace. That won't take much. And at that point, you know, technically I'm ready to start putting the bed back together and all that, but I don't really want to do that until I get the cab painted, and that's going to be a little ways down the road. So I'm kind of through with the back. If you remember on the first video, I did new brakes on each back tire. They were locked up and rusted up, so everything's new inside the drums there. And I guess as a change of pace on the next video, well, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rework the brakes on the front and get all the lines on and get the brakes working like they should. That shouldn't take a whole lot. I might film that, might not, don't know. This has been about 2 weeks probably since the last video. I don't work on it every day. I'm not out here all day. I come out here, you know, every day or so, and I'll work for a couple of hours or whatever. And then if I feel like stopping, I just stop. But I wanted to share this with you. Some of this is still shiny because I just painted it. I say the back half is good to go. So hang with me. I'll get some more videos up soon.